This is a new product from Sonicake. It's called the Matribox 2. It's an amp and effects modeler, and to be completely honest, and a bit of a spoiler alert, it's probably in my top 3 favourite products that have been sent to be featured on my channel so far. It's directly competing against products like this HX Stomp that I use for everything. These are brilliant, but pretty much anything I can do with the Stomp, I can do with a Matribox for a lot less money. And when I first got the box, the first thing that I noticed was this is a pretty rubbish box. Like, structurally it's completely fine and it's packaged well inside, but probably the most bland, boring box that they could possibly find. And you know what? That's completely fine, because I'd much rather more of my money went onto the product rather than the packaging. And it seems like more and more companies are trying to give us that Apple unboxing experience, and I just don't care. Just give me a better product. But the first thing I noticed when I opened the box was that this is no toy. It's a very good weight and it feels really well built. It's entirely metal and it feels like it's been made to be roadworthy. To be honest, for the price, I wasn't expecting that. And speaking of the price, this is £188 or about $230. Compare that to the HX Stomp at £500. You could buy nearly 3 of these for the same price. I don't know why you'd want to buy 3 of these. Maybe one for your A rig in Asia and B rig in Europe and C rig in North America. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe, maybe. Loads of ins and outs on the back of this thing. You can even have another pedal or foot switch connected for more functionality. It's got stereo outputs, USB-C, which is really good, not like mini USB or micro USB. It's got MIDI as well, but it's that weird kind of mini jack MIDI. It's got an auxiliary input so you can jam along to your favourite Taylor Swift or Dragon Force songs. I don't know, well, what is it you would jam along to? Let me know down below. And they give you an effects loop so that you can patch in your own external effects to your little digital rig, or possibly more useful than that, you can use it in the 4-cable method. If you don't know what that is, it means that you can incorporate it with your own amp, place in the overdrive and compression effects before your preamp, and modulation and time-based effects after your preamp. I personally like to use these kind of units into a power amp like the Orange Pedal Baby, and then send that into a cab, and then let the processor take care of my amp sounds and effects. But that's just me. Oh, and if I can please ask a massive favour, if you've been enjoying this video or my channel, please click the subscribe button so that I can make more of these videos and help more people out. Thank you so much. It comes with a simple 9-volt centre negative adapter, and this is cool because it means that if you break it or lose it, you can easily find off-the-shelf replacements. It's a pretty flimsy cable, so I recommend picking up a spare if you're going to be gigging with it. But it's the same with the HX Stomp as well. I have backups for that just in case. It's very easy to work out. It's a nice user interface. If you've had any experience with other products like this, like if you spent any time with Helix, Kemper, Tonex or whatever, you'll find this really easy to use. I literally turned it on, created 3 of my own patches from scratch, saved them, and all that without even looking at the manual. So here are these 3 sounds that I made quickly. The first one's a rectified pop-punk kind of tone, an 80s rock tone, and a more modern rock kind of metalcore-ish sort of tone. Presets that it comes with are okay. You've been hearing them throughout the video, I'm sure. But I'd say with any of these kind of products, build your own, come up with your own sounds. I feel like most presets are exaggerated and are really there to show you the extremes of what's possible. I did consider running through all the presets in this video, but firstly, that's pretty boring. And secondly, other people have already done that anyway. So in the real world, whatever that is for you, covers band, bedroom players, originals bands, you're going to want to make your own presets. Don't be lazy. Something that is a bit different about this unit is the fact that they've included these on and off buttons for each block or effect, and I think that's a really good way of making more traditional single stomp box players feel more comfortable. It's much more of a tangible and easy to understand system, which I think will definitely appeal to certain demographics who don't really enjoy endless menus. It does come with software, but you don't need to use that if you don't want to. I'm not really into combining hardware and software like that. I generally like to keep them separate. You can do that with this. There are other products in this budget that realistically do require a combination of both, like the Nuix Amp Academy. It comes with a few other features that I'm not really interested in with the way that I play and the way that I use this kind of thing, but they definitely have their place. Firstly is the looper. If you're into that kind of thing, this has it. I don't use loopers. And secondly, the built-in drum machine, which I think is brilliant for practice. I definitely wish that I had something like this to practice with when I was learning. And if I had one complaint, and I do, it's that I wish that they'd included XLR outputs for going direct to front of house at gigs. That's not just an issue with this product. I've had this complaint with nearly all of the smaller modelers, the HX Stomp, the Stomp XL, Headrush MX5, the smaller Mua GE series boards. None of them include XLR outs, and it's just a really useful feature that I think those of us that gig would prefer that it did have. But that's really the only downside to this unit to me, and I think that says a lot. It's practical, it sounds good, and is really well built, and it's much more affordable than most of the competition. This is easily my favourite Sonicake product that I've tried so far. If you're thinking about buying one of these, then you probably should. I'm giving away about $1,000 worth of gear for free, so check out this video right here to find out exactly what you need to do to win.